Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube. Going on, people, this is Influence, and thank you for joining me today. I have the Kingdom, War for Cybertron, Autobot Ark. Of course, this is the Titan class Ark. That is the Autobot ship that turned into a big robot in the newer Kingdom War for Cybertron show. And that's what this is. So we have the box here. First thing I find interesting is right here has 15 plus. So it just solidifies the fact that even though we've known for some time that they're making figures for collectors, basically. That's what's basically going on. They're making figures for the collector. They know the market, they see it, because if they weren't, they wouldn't be putting this out. They know Transformers is popular and they know collecting is popular these days. And I just think it was interesting because before, I know on some of the others it's 8 plus, probably because of the small parts, but it could be 8 plus on here because of the small parts. But I don't know, 15 plus. So this is the box. Nothing spectacular. Artwork is great as usual. I don't like him. I don't really like the buy. I got this for the Ark, basically. And here you have some pictures. This is a big boy, so it's going to be quite difficult. And here we are. So first, let me show you the underbelly. So I'm just going to show a little initial things. These are the landing pads. And he can stand up like that without falling. I don't think it fell yet when I had it like this. Looks better when it's the other side. But off the back, it starts out with these in. Also, this right here should be pegged in here to make it a little more sturdy. It wasn't out of the package. I know my arm is probably making it seem crazy. So yeah, you just pull these out like this, pull this out like that, and you have this. Once you peg that bottom in two, this is a less flimsy because it's super flimsy when you first get out the package. I proved my point. These things are a pain. They will pop off, but what happens, I will show you what they're for. So let me get them back on. So those pieces that fell off are right here. You need to pull them down because I'm going to show you how to get the little guy out. Where's the other one at? Here it is. Little flap. It'll pull out and have it kind of like that. You pull this down. Well, you can pull this up a little to get it over his face. Then you can pull this out here like this. But then you have this section right here. And you have this little one of the accessories. Let me make sure it's right. Can't hardly see. Super small. I think it's Optimus Prime. I don't know, but he can go here in this little section. And he fits really well. So I can zoom in a little bit. So he fits there. It looks like got the little, looks like it's a bunch of spots for other ones. I don't think it came with any other ones. Did come with a card. I have that card before. Comes with a bunch of blast effects that I dropped. They're like in a blue translucent type of, I guess, plastic. So let me get him out. And you get the book, which is okay. So now to take this out, you can pull this all the way out. And it's just folded up like that to stick in there. Let me see that. When you first get it also, these are off. Let's see if I can take them off now. I don't know. They were stiff to get on there. I know the I don't know if it's my lights, but the yellow is popping on camera. It is different color. It is brighter than this. This isn't terrible in person. I'm not sure if I can get, let me see if I might be able to, maybe this is more what the color accuracy should be. I do wonder why this is a different color than all the rest of it. That rubs me the wrong way. This should be the same color as this. This is not terrible at all to me. I thought it was super off. I didn't like it at all. But then these are off. These are separate colors. This yellow is lighter, but then the front of the ship is like a totally different color. Actually, it's the same color as this thing. It kind of looks unpainted. No, is it? No, it's not. It's not the same color as this thing. But this thing is a little lighter. So this you have to pull up also before. It's like the little bridge. So it's in here. When you first get this thing, it's really flimsy because all this stuff is not tabbed in and tabbed on. You got to tab all this in here. And you see this right here. You can see this unsightly business going on. But what you do is you just open up this, flip this out. It pegs in there. You can close that. Everything's good. Then on the back, we can show the, well, we can get into the design choices. Let me see. Got Autobot symbols here. Look pretty nice. Got these guns. I tried to turn them. Either they're tight or they don't turn at all. I don't know if they turn or not. You know, I don't watch any reviews before I do a review because I like everything to be my feelings and my thoughts. I don't like to, because they can get tainted when I watch other people's reviews. As with everything, this is a little hollow back there. See if I can move this down a little bit so you can see some more. You got a little blue accents here, over here as well. Everything's symmetrical. Whatever's on this side is on this side mostly. The guns, you got the guns in the front. And move it down. We got the thrusters. I like the way the thrusters look blue. And I'm not sure if these can fit in the thrusters. Yeah, they do. Only problem is you only get two. So in order to make it, well, yeah, you get two of these. So I guess maybe you can put them in the inner thruster, maybe, and then have the outer thruster doing something else. Maybe it's turning. Let's put them both back there so you can see. Not sure. Then you have this right here. You pull that and the door goes down. And you can pull it one at a time. So, which is cool. You get one door, then you get the other door, which is nice. Nice that they thought of that. Also, the doors can go together better. Yeah, the hydraulics are nice. Do make a good door. Front of here is the bridge. This is where you open it up and you can actually put Optimus Prime standing in there, which is cool. Again, you can tell this is a different color than this. You got some blue accents, a lot of nice accents, some silver. It's nice. Now we're going to get into this guy. Yeah, so this guy is quite simple. Just, you can kind of see it. It's just like balled up. You just want to unplug these legs, pull them down, turn this around. Unplug these just so you can turn these feet. Then you get them back plugged in like that. Again, you want to unplug these feet. I mean these feet, these shins, just so you can turn this around. I'm not sure if you can do it. No, you can't really. Then just plug it back in. It's on a couple tabs. The legs done. Arms. Pull this back. Put the head up. Around. This slots back here like this. There you go. Put the arms around. Pull these out. You can move them. Not difficult. Pull these arms out. Then just move it anatomically again. Joints are tight. Joints are tight. So that's a good thing. And here we go. We have this guy whose name I don't know right now. So you know how to pause it and look. His name is Mainframe. Everybody knows he transforms into Telatran 1, which is the main event for me. This back here, I mean, he's basically a shell former that transforms into a computer. So there's not much you can do. I think for what they had to do, you know, head sculpt is really nice for something unique. Not sure if he is based on anybody or any lore. I don't know all the lore because I didn't collect the comics, and I've read a few, but it wasn't. It's G1 cartoon is what's in my you know, in my brain. So besides the new cartoon that these are for. So here we go. We can have some comparisons. I don't have many Kingdom figures. So here's a Legends figure because I'm going to compare the Legends to Telatran just to see. He may be a great Telatran to use as Legends. I don't think he's going to be as great with the size figures. This is Studio series. So of course they're a little bit smaller. But you don't know how big he's supposed to be. So again, I don't have too many Kingdom or mainline figures to compare him to. So it's kind of difficult. But we can get into our articulation. His articulation is horrendously hindered by the backpack, of course, because it's the bridge. But he does have some articulation that's pretty good. Has a knee, actually, no, it doesn't. It would go all the way back if it wasn't for this backpack, which is the theme of the day. He does do the splits. He has a thigh swivel. He has a little rocker. It's hindered by all of this. Well, not really. No, what I'm talking about. So the rocker isn't hindered, which is cool that they figured out a way not to hinder it. And he can swivel side to side. You saw that earlier. No other way. No toe tilt. Not any of that. Does have an elbow. Gets you 90 degrees. He goes up like this. You can also move these things, but it does reveal some hollow bits. But it's good they got a covering for it. His fists are on, I'm sure, 5mm ports in his fist. And they're not on a spinning joint. I don't believe, no, I can't. No, it's not. Again, bicep swivel, kind of. Head 360. Goes up a little. Down, nothing. Side, nothing. So that's pretty much it for that. So let's get into Telatran mode, which I think he shines in, and also has some great accessories. So just push this head down like that. Bring this up and pull this out, which I think is great. Okay, if I can get it. It's a scanner tool. I forget his name. He did have a name.
But yeah, it's the little hollow in the back, but still, I think that's a great accessory. It's the tool that scans all the cars and things that was needed to make them into their forms. Put this up like this. Let's do these legs first. Gotta spin him around like that. Then let's unfold all of this stuff. Yeah. So unfold all of this. Turn his feet like this. And then tab this all together. So it's like that. Then you bring this up here, and these little kind of tabs going to the top like that. You have some panels back here. Pull this out. Pull this out. Does have the disc. I will take that out now just to show. Comes with 2 discs. Bring that out. If you use normal strength, not what I do, you can bring that up and it kind of clamps around that, fills in that hole, which I think is great. Fill-in spaces are always great. Again, got that, and then now you have this. Bring that out, bring this around. You can move this fist in. It's not supposed to be out. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you ever dealt with anything Transformers related, it's pretty, you can figure it out. Because like I said, it's just a panel former, basically. Just tab it into the spots that you need to tab it in. And there you go. Stands well. Even on my rinky-dink, not rinky-dink, but soft. It's soft, and you can see on this side, he really looks weird. You can tell it's just a robot standing there. I like the way they have the legs. It gives them some balance. Then you have these. So these are the disc, 2 of them. Very nice molding, nice looking. Looks like disc. It's very good. So here's Telatran. We'll compare him. I think it works well with a Legends figure. Like, this is what I picture, and I probably will use this on my Legends scale figures. Maybe even the Ark. I don't know. The Ark might become a piece. Even though I think Legends are still too small, I think this is proper representation of how big, well, in the Ark. Because, of course, Telatran, not Telatran. But I think this is a great scale. And Studio Series Hot Rod, I'm going to bring in. I don't know, this might work, but to me, I think Telatran was just bigger. I know this is just a piece of him, but it was just a bigger computer compared to the Autobots. And the 2 discs store back here, and this thing that I need to look, that I'll probably have like this, stores back there. Let's get him out of here. And in fashion, we'll go back. I will have chapters, of course, because this is a long video, or a longer video. Any of my long videos with a lot of stuff going on, I have chapters in. You just push that down. This is pretty easy. So I'm gonna go pretty quick. You know, I've been going both modes back and forth, so nothing's changed. That's what I'm doing. Move this. Spin it around, move this out, move his head up, move him down. Get these arms out of here. That one goes on top, so fold and fold. Come back. Again, chapters are in the description. In case you don't want to watch all this, you can just fast forward to the Ark or wherever you want to go. So just get this out, move this back. Again, move this, let me see. Oh, you can, you know, you really should move this because it does pose a issue. Move this like this. Move this back. The fist in. Fist in. Move this down and over. Like this. Forgot his head. Don't forget that. Now we can move this into here. There we go. Ready to be in the Ark. So this is going to get pretty big. So I'm going to have to stand up. First, you want to put all this stuff away. Put that away. Turn it back here. Put these away. Put this away. And pull this out like that here. Then you can move this down. And this pegs, 2 pegs, peg on back there. They're pretty hard pegs, so if you don't want it flopping around, try to get it in there. Yeah, that peg feels like it broke. This one a little less brokeage. I don't know if it is, but hopefully not. Then you want to get these things that you got earlier. Undo that. Undo that. Of course, it's going to fall off, unfortunately. Undo it. Got to be delicate. Turn around. Open this up. Fold these in like that. Fold this in like that. This right here. Move these pieces out and in like that. Now the arms, want to move up, leave it out, move up and out, and they peg in over here. Make sure they're all the way up though, and then peg it and move this. It's on a good ratchet joint. Move that so the Autobot symbol's forward. Over here, the same thing. Let's go quickly. Probably loud. Then the hands right here. Pull these out. And pull these arms out. Can't really see that, but then you just straighten these out. They all have great joints. Again, over here, Pull the arm out, or the hand out, I mean. Move this out and down. Move it this way. The blue is up. Then, again, you just get it correct as you would an arm. Move the chest piece down. Make sure it gets around the arms there. Then so yeah, I'm guessing that's as far as it goes. Doesn't go any farther. Wasn't sure, but now I am. It's a beast. So now you just want to pull these legs out like that. Put it down a little bit and turn it this way. You're gonna turn this waist. I know you couldn't hear me. So now you're gonna turn this waist. Under here, the feet. Move the feet out. Again, the feet. Move the feet out. This is sometimes comes out too. Then get a little ankle tilt. And here's the beast. So if you want a comparison, just happen to have Scorponok in reach. So there's your Titan comparison. He is smaller than Scorponok by about a head smaller. So I don't know if I was expecting that. I thought it was bigger, but it's still pretty big, and actually wish it was bigger because then the ship would be bigger. Well, yeah, there's your comparison to Scorponok. All right, so we can go over articulation. It's going to be tough. Again, in person, this yellow does not film well. It's not the greatest, but it's not super terrible either. This yellow here is more terrible than anything. I think, let me see if I can get the camera correct. You darken it a little bit so you can see the contrast. So you can see kind of the contrast between the legs and the shins and the pelvis area. So face sculpt is pretty nice. I don't like it just because it's not appealing to me, but it's still a nice sculpt. And it's based off of the last Autobot, I believe, which is Lure. It was Primus made. I don't know too much. I don't know a lot about it, but the little bit that I do know, you can look it up. You know, I'm just here to give you a little seed. But yeah, the Primus made an Autobot that was supposed to be the last Autobot, just like his name, in times of a crisis, and they kind of used it in the Kingdom series. Like it was a crisis and the ship came out. I didn't finish the series yet, so that's how good it is to me. Yeah, so that's the face sculpt. The face sculpt is based off of that character. I believe it was in the comics. Not sure. But getting into articulation, you see he can move all the way around. He has no up or down or side to side movement. It's just on one big long neck piece. So arms, he gets up that high, both sides, tight ratchets, nice ratchets on all the joints. I know you can't hear me doing that. He does have single jointed elbows that get you more than 90. His hands, I don't like his hands. I'm gonna just say it. They're like long, But I mean, it looks like the shell, so it's accurate. I'm sure the shell is made off the toy, so they could have did anything. But the thumb is on this joint. No fingers move, but all the fingers on one joint, and then the thumb is on a separate joint. It has some holes here, so maybe there's a kit coming out, or there's a gun that comes with something. I don't know. Waist is on. Okay, this thing comes out and you manipulate it. But waist is on. A nice ratchet. Like all the ratchets and everything, the joints are great on this figure. If this is how you want to display him. Like I said, I'm not displaying him this way. He holds a karate kick well. It's not going anywhere. Both sides. And out is just as well. Not going anywhere. Gets the double jointed knee. Has a swivel built to the top. And go down a little bit. And he has a little rocker. It's not great. Can get a toe tilt. I think because of all this, the way it's built, it stops right there. So you're not getting a great rocker. But then you got these on the front of the shins, which I think the legs are the best looking thing on this. And yeah, that's it in a nutshell. You get any ab crunch? No, which I didn't expect any. But there you go. So as promised, transformed back into his ship mode. It's fairly easy. Just turn this around. I lay it down. Flip this. Flip this. Flip that like that. Flip this like that. And it has a little tab in there that keeps it. There we go. Then push it up to try to tab it in. I think it's tabbed in. Then we're here. Move the hands down or move them around. There like that. Then move these hands up in there. It's pretty easy. Then move them like that. Do the same over here. Move this so it's facing up. Pull this up. Move this here. Then move it down. Move it in. And move it down. Now this slots in right there, so it stays a little tight. It's not flopping around. Just up a little bit. Pull this out. Flip this around like this. Flip these out. Flip this out. Flip these out. Flip this out. Then you move this down, get that around there. This goes into here. Get it tight, turn around. Move this out like this. Clamp it all around here. Actually, before we do that, you can slot this back in like this. So the bridge is there. And you throw Optimus right here. I don't know if I'm gonna keep him in there because he might fall out. But I like that he can look out the window. Go back in place where they need to go. Then you can flip this around, clamp it down. Then you got the last step is pull out the landing gear. And there you are, back in Ark status. So yeah, that's it. That concludes this review. I don't know. I don't like the robot that much. Just a little, just some thoughts. Don't like the robot that much. The colors aren't bad in person as they are on video and in pictures. When I first saw it, I was like, the yellow is disgusting. It still has some caveats to that. Like, this is a whole different color than anything on, which I don't understand why. It's like they forgot to paint it almost. Should have been the same color as this to match, or even the same color as this, but they're two different colors. I don't understand it. This yellow is done really well, and I like the accents. The molded details I like. The guns I like. I would have liked if they moved more, but it's fine. All the details on the ship are great. Again, I don't really like the robot that much, but that's super subjective. So if you like robots like that, if you like the way it looks, I would say get it. If you want the Ark, I would say get it. And this is what a legend scale figure looks like next to the Ark. So of course it's not going to scale well. Nothing is, because the Ark would have to be, Ark is sort of like Unicron. It would have to be super big. But as a piece, as having it in the collection, maybe have it far off away from other figures, or I don't know what you're going to do, but hey, you can get away with just to have an Ark in your collection. This would be great. All right, so I appreciate you watching this video, and I will get up with you in another video. Everybody stay safe and be easy. Peace.
Ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.